What's up with it? This is the LO. I am starting the podcast off for my man Trap, right? The RZA of the Gatekeepers Podcast. You can get a little clap going, a little emphasis. People like that. They like that real shit. They want slapping of hands. So my man Trap is going through it because for the last hour and 30 minutes, he's been trying to get this podcast started. Between the OG Rashad sipping tea and having the worst Wi-Fi connection in the world, Lex being at the DoubleTree, crumbling the cookie bags, all this madness going on, he was still able to pull together and launch the second episode of the Gatekeepers Podcast. So shout out to the homie Trap Bradshaw from Queens. I am the LO. I got your favorite Uncle Trill in the house. Harlem, what's up? My man Steve DeZoe, what's up, Jersey? Lex from Queens at the DoubleTree with the cookies. The OG Shatif. Feel me? We in there. We gonna get this thing cracking.
Yeah. What up, though, man? What up, y'all, man? Yeah, we got here. We got here. We made it. You know what I'm saying? We made
How hard was it?
Couple speed bumps.
Pause. It was tough,
You got
man.
pause and speed bump?
No, not that one. Not that one.
I said, how hard was it?
Oh,
yeah, that was right. Pause.
Pause again, man. Pause.
All right. So, but we made it here, though, man. We here now. I mean, for the great concerts, as LO said, man, it's episode 2, man, of the Gatekeepers right here. Make sure y'all tuning in. If you on it right now, like, comment, subscribe. That's what they say on the YouTube thing. No, know what I'm saying? If you want to spot it, make sure you follow the page and all that. But I mean, listen, man. The way it started off, though, I started my Friday off pretty. I don't think I was too happy at first, though, man. We started it off. We did a listen. We did the things we do up in Clubhouse. We did a listening room for the light years.
We jumping right into that.
Right into that.
Yeah, right into it.
Queens.
I gotta. You know what I'm saying? I gotta really. You know what I'm saying? Say everything played out. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep it a bucket how it went. You know what I mean? We did the clubhouse room. You know what I'm saying? We did the apple picking. The apple picking is something we do at 12 a.m. on Friday, where we listen to any new music that come out. We made it an event. It actually came out at 10:30. Actually, you didn't even have to wait till 12 o'clock. It came out at 10:30. So we went through the album, 15 songs. This album is Nas and Premier's album they just put out. Premier produced all the tracks. Nas on his 15 songs on it. So we go through the album. You know what I'm saying? When it started off, I was all for it. The first track was crazy. First track was fire. I even played that song back. I played it back one time. Went through the rest of the album. You know what I'm saying? To on the first listen, I knew it was something I wasn't hearing. I'm like, yo, hold on, man. I'm not feeling this joint, man. And I gave the group chat my feelings too. You know what I'm saying? I gave them my feelings, but I kept on saying it.
Left. Then you don't.
I left the group chat. I left the group chat. I left it. I said, cause I ain't want to throw no more like I ain't want to really get no more of the way I felt about it at that time until I really sat down with it. I left the group chat and I ain't want to discuss it no more. I wanted to just zone out on the album. So I'm just saying I'm going along with it right now because I want to say it came up to me.
You want to say you want to say you owe Premier and Nas an apology. That's good.
Yeah, I owe them a complete apology at all.
So go on, make your apology to them brothers.
I apologize to Nas, to DJ Premier. I apologize for off the first listen me being an idiotic decision or opinion upon it because it is amazing, man. That's why I'm gonna keep it like that. It's amazing, and yeah, I appreciate it now, though, man. But
look at Lex.
I just want to say, I'm gonna get that out the way. I'm gonna get that out the way right there, man. I apologize, y'all. Y'all did some amazing art right there. Go ahead, y'all got it, man.
I think amazing is an overstatement. It's Nas's rapping on here is amazing. The production leaves a lot to be desired. Like obviously, I know 2025 Premier is not 1998 Premier, so I didn't set my expectations at Moment of Truth. I didn't even set it at Owners, but I think the final product we got, it's a solid album, but we wanted something classic. We wanted something we could put up on the wall, something we could put up on the mantle. When Nas goes into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, we wanted another ring. And I don't think this album was a ring. I think there's some great moments on there. I think conceptually, the way Nas attacked some of these records like writers, I think he made a lot of important records, and I think that's one of the things about Nas's catalog. Nas's catalog is filled with important records, not just great records, because great is one thing. Anything can be great if done the correct way. Very few things end up being important. I think Writers is an important record. I think the Young Kings record is an important record. You know, I think Third Childhood, much like Second Childhood, is an important record. One of the issues I had was, while I do like the New York State of Mind 3, it's like Godfather 3. If you're going to put that title on something, it has to live up to a certain standard. New York State of Mind 3, production-wise, does not live up to the standard that DJ Premier and Nas had previously set. And I know it's not necessarily fair because the last New York State of Mind came out 26 years ago. But even with the remix they did, the Streets of New York remix they did on Alicia Keys' album in 2003 with Nas and Rakim, they just used the original beat from New York State of Mind 1. And I still think that song specifically is an amazing record. To have Nas rapping the way he was rapping at that time, to have Rakim, who was still tapped into like almost being at his prime. But throughout the album, I just feel like there just wasn't enough build-up with the production. Like, we've seen DJ Premier do creative things with his production before, but we know what his bread and butter is, which is boom bap. And I feel like he gave us the bread and butter, but I feel like the bread wasn't as fresh and the butter wasn't as fresh. Nas rapped amazing. I can't take nothing away from him. But one thing I will say is, at some point, even if somebody's great, sometimes you still have to ask them to be better. And I don't know if it was the people in the room, if it was Nas, if it was the A&R, if it was Ian Schwartzman. Somebody needed to ask DJ Premier to be better. Like, we need at least B level Premier. And I think we got maybe C minus level Premier. And I feel like that's the one thing that hinders this album. But I do understand that it's art. And art isn't going to be interpreted the same way on first listen as it is on 50th listen or 100th listen. There may be a time in 50 years where we say, wow, this was the last great boom bap album. You know what I mean? So I do understand that with time, the way we interpret music is always going to be different. And I also understand that with Nas, every Nas album is polarizing. It's some people that love Illmatic. It's some people that Illmatic wasn't the shit to them. It's some people that loved it. The majority of people loved it was written when it first came out. But you had the purists that didn't like it. It's purists that don't like I Am. Universally, I think the one Nas album that universally everybody doesn't like is probably Nostradamus. But then you'll have someone like me or Lex who will argue for the viability of an album like Nostradamus. But I feel like Nas gave us what he normally gives us. Lex. And he gave us what he normally gives us, is a polarizing album that could be appreciated by some people, hated on by others. I'm proud of the discourse it started. I hope DJ Premier hears what people are saying about his production. And I hope if there's a light years too, he does something a little bit better than what he did for this time.
Need to. He don't need to. Need to. It smells like God. I'll respond to that later.
So before we turn this into a review podcast, that's not what this is.
No.
We'll have Uncle Trill on ADHD's network to review albums. So that's coming. Just because I know it's a lot of people that's getting out of that space. Listening to Trill review that album made me realize that we need to have a complete separate entity where Trill and just reviews albums. And Trill used to review albums, but it's been a long time since we had a guy review albums. So we're going to keep that going because there's a lot of people invading hip hop, right? And I think they're getting credit for being hip hop because they are digesting the art sometimes. But it would be dope to have somebody that's still of the culture digesting the information. But this is not what we do on the Gatekeepers Podcast. What we gonna get into about that conversation is the nerve of fucking Trill to think he can judge what Premier is doing as a fucking all-time great. Listen, hip-hop is not a sport. And I know that's the traditional saying. Shout out to the legend, one of the greatest legends ever that hip-hop has ever bred in LL Cool J. This is his statement. Hip-hop is not a sport. Yes, you can battle. That is competition, and it could be a sport. Hip-hop is not a sport. It's an art. It's an art that has a business attached to it where people sell records. It's an art. So how the fuck can we tell DJ Premier that he is not of A level. I was telling Lex this earlier. The nerve of Lex to say it doesn't sound like when he didn't have any money and he was just on SP1200. This motherfucker is a millionaire. He's been a millionaire probably for Premier probably made $1 million in 99. He's been a millionaire for 20 years. Yes, he has more than that SP1200. Yes, he's not in that little rusty spot making music no more. Same for RZA. They have access to everything now. So the same dirt you're missing off records, that's your problem. Grow the fuck up. And there's nothing wrong if you chasing that old high. You know what I mean? When you used to listen to that dirty shit and it was dirty like you and you was like, man, you know. But how the fuck can we tell DJ Premier that he is not delivering sufficient? I haven't even listened to the album. This is how bad all this shit has been. Like, I'm seeing so much discourse on Twitter, discourse in all of my group chats, like 3 of them. Not just the Gatekeepers podcast group chat, but then shout out to the Long Beach Boulevard group chat, and then my hip-hop group chat of niggas that, and I'm listening to niggas try to get at Premier. I'm like, the nerve of niggas. Imagine, Shatif, a nigga telling Leonardo da Vinci, man, I don't like the colors you're using. What? How do you tell Van Gogh, you know what, man? You need more brown. Who the fuck are we to talk to fucking, look, we could say, hey, you know what? I'm not into this one. This ain't my painting from him. You know, this ain't my painting. You know what I mean? That's not my thing. But how the fuck? And maybe this is how far I got into hip hop. My problem is I did go too deep. I'm way too deep. Because when I'm pulling out now, I'm looking like, how could I question this brother? Who the fuck is Glasses Malone to question DJ Premier? Like, how?
You wouldn't want none of the beats.
I swear I imagine it to telling Van Gogh, like, I don't like that color you just. I could imagine Van Gogh cracker ass looking at me like, nigga,
Excuse me?
Imagine you telling Leonardo da Vinci, well, you know, the plaster you used on that stuff. How you did that ceiling.
And you are.
But sometimes they need that. That's why when they make movies, they have a test audience. How did this ending test to this audience of people? We didn't like that ending. You know what I mean? Like, that happens all the time. You see scripts get changed based off what the test audience says about something. I think we all have a viable chance to review something or critique something. It doesn't mean Premier don't have to listen to me. Like, Premier has no reason to listen to me.
No, and forgive me, Trill, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is different because now we got to start saying, how is it working on the business? Right? Because it's like, imagine me critiquing Godfather 1. I can critique Godfather 1. I can tell you a bunch of shit I think I don't like. Well, how you tell that to a motherfucking record that does $250 million in the 70s? How do you like even when we speaking of Nostradamus, if the point of this job is to sell records, right? So it's art on this level, right? So we could judge what paintings, we could judge what colors Nas used, the canvas, how he displayed the art. Maybe it's not a ceiling, maybe it's the Last Supper, because we kind of talking about the Da Vinci of our time to some degree, right? When we talk about Nas, it's one of the most polarizing artists, and I agree, Trill. It's funny because Dog, people like Snoop, people like Dre, people like Q get credit for that. But honestly, I agree with you. There are albums that we universally celebrate from all of them. Nas is one artist where it is very polarizing, where if it's Illmatic, if you're not on the island or into vintage, hip hop as far as Marley Marl and them, you're like, what the fuck are y'all making a big deal out of this record for? It's cool because we not walking, we don't have boombox. And then I remember the discourse round it was written where we finally was like, hey, this motherfucker is great. And niggas was like, man, it ain't Illmatic though. And it was a slander. And then moving forward to, what is it, Nas I Am? Is I Am third?
Yeah, I am.
Right now, I mean, people like, well, this is cool. Like, I remember that. And then Nostradamus, I remember being one of the people that, what the fuck is this Genuine song? Right? And then when I finally was like, oh, this is Stillmatic, I was like, man, this one, and niggas like, yeah, it's cool. Like, when I name classics out of Nas, I'm expecting to hear that second or third. And niggas like, yeah. And then I finally get a Nas album that's my favorite. Like, Life is Good. And Lex is like, man, this shit is whack. And I'm like,
that shit's not whack.
And at one time,
that shit's not whack. That's just garbage. It's garbage.
And at one, the nerve. And at one time, I used to get it because I saw it like everybody else. I just thought, you know, whatever I think is it. Who the fuck am I to judge Premier and Nas? Now, look, I can tell you it ain't my thing.
Right.
I can be like, you know what? That's because I do that all the time. 444 is not my thing. Shout out to Hove. I'm a diehard Hove guy. I'm cool. How the fuck am I gonna judge Jay and fucking
No ID?
No ID. Wow. How do I judge them as artists? It's a platinum album. Nostradamus is platinum. I think it's double platinum.
So he came out with 2 albums that year too. That was 2 albums he came out with that year.
But I'm saying it was successful on a business level. And so art, we can critique the art if I like it or not. But listen, and I'm gonna let it go. Nostradamus, or like Da Vinci used to work on ceilings. That was his thing. And he did not want to do The Last Supper. He didn't want to do that painting. They was telling him what to paint in the paint. Like, I don't want to do this bullshit. And he got all these fly ass shit, sculptures, ceilings. Guess what his biggest piece of art is?
The Last Supper.
What his most, whether you think it's the most revered or not, guess what art most human beings have from Leonardo da Vinci? The Last Supper. So it's kind of weird to me, culturally speaking, to feel like we can say to Premier, man, I don't know, Premier, you used a little too much yellow for me. It's like, bro,
but can we tell Premier he's great? Because if I can tell you you're great, I can tell you need to get better.
No, he proved his greatness.
But can we tell him what he did was great? If I say, yo, Premier, that's one of the best beats I've ever heard. That's an amazing beat. If I'm able to compliment somebody, I should also be able to critique them. It's a spectrum.
I'm not disagreeing, but I think the celebration of it all as a piece of art, not one person saying something great. Like I've always told you 100 times, I got RZA over Primo. But I am not in a position to truly, and this is me. That's me.
Glasses,
right? I'm not.
They have to do something to make it celebratory, right? You just putting out an effort based upon a demand or a craving from the people, but you still have to meet that expectation to some degree. And all we're saying is that, you know, it's mid. It's a slightly above mid, and the slight above mid is the artistic value. Now, what would take it to a different level is if you have a body, just say they turn that whole fucking album into a comic short, right? You know what I mean? And put it out. You're elevating the experience.
Oh, to help you understand it.
No, not necessarily help me understand it, but to help everybody else bring me into this world. You just gave me, how many albums was it, y'all? 6 albums? This made the 7th? Or was
6 albums, Hit Boy. 6 albums, Hit Boy.
No. How many albums did
the legend has it.
It was 6 so far. 6. This is 7 right here.
This made 7, right?
This is 7, yeah.
Giving us this 7th album, the experience is supposed to be way grander to complement this music, so that we don't have this thing for just the sound. Because you're giving us everything else. You're giving us a whole lot throughout this whole year, and our expectations is high. It's high.
But
you don't think it's fair. You think it's fair for you to feel like, versus you digesting Premier's art, like, isn't his art at this point beyond reproach, whether or not the business of anything does well, right? Because we're not talking about business. We talking about some of the most successful people to ever grace this industry, let alone through the journey, through the lens of hip hop. Like, we talking about 2 uber successful brothers, right? Uber successful brothers. But he's still there. Don't worry, it's all good. 2 uber successful brothers, right? The art should be beyond reproach. Now, is it going to be something that we're going to be playing, streaming a lot for it to be gold? Or is it going to sell 50,000 first week? No, or stream, let's say, what's the number? 150, 1,500. Is it going to stream 750 million or 75 million streams? Now we can argue how it translates into mainstream audiences being digestible. But for our personal desires, again, all we asking for is more ways to understand what you're doing. All we asking for is more. When you even saying what you're saying, Shatif, we like, well, help us understand your art. Because at some place it's not comfortable to us. And I think the expectations was built on what was comfortable to people that expected this Nas and Premier album based off of the limited
I don't disagree.
Amount of work they ever did.
I don't disagree. Yeah.
Lex
over there fidgeting.
What up, Lex?
What's up, bro?
How you feel about?
Fury.
What's up, man? Good, Lex. You finish your cookies over there? You good with the cookies, right? You good?
Yeah, I do.
Got you some milk? All right, cool.
No.
Go ahead, Lex. Let me know.
Can I explain something?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm not doing this pity patty shit. I'm not going to be, putting on white gloves to talk about this shit. This shit was trash, right? When I first heard it, and as a consumer and someone that dedicated his life to this new version of black music, this shit was garbage. Now, there's a principle called the Peter principle. Are you familiar?
No, please explain this to me.
It's someone who continues to advance in the career despite poor performance. So y'all can sit here and rub the back of Nas and Premier's neck. At the end of the day, so what? So what? Nas kept his lyrical skill set up here. At the end of the day, Premier's shit was down here, right? And it's about results. It's not about, well, Nas kept his end of the bargain up. It's Premier. No. At the end of the day, Nas heard those tracks, and he thought, like he's done before, that he is so fucking dope that I can take a 4 and make it a 10. Now, bro, you made a 4 into a 5 out of 10. All right, that's how it goes. All right, stop playing with us, man. We've been waiting for this album for zillions of years, and it's disappointing. Premier did not bring his A game. This was an A game project. This is not some like, I'm not gonna just, no, wait, hold on a second. You are not gonna tell me, you are not gonna tell me that I have to catch it now when it's not there. Don't tell me about the future, about I'm gonna catch it in 5-10 years. Your job is to make it classic now and timeless in the future. Stop this nonsense.
Premier don't have an A game though. He don't got.
So I disagree with y'all completely on that though, man. Because like I said, I'm gonna say it again. You know what I'm saying? On my first listen, I can understand what you're saying like that though. But I think fine art doesn't hit you the first time you hear it, B. You know what I'm saying? The first time you see it like that, you gotta really sit there. You gotta examine that painting. You gotta look at you gotta look at the frame. Look at you gotta look at everything on the joint. The fine details on the shit. And as I said, I think on this album right here, I think that Premier produced around Nas. You know what I'm saying? It's certain songs that I told you I heard the chops was going on. It wasn't no loops. It was chops going on towards every word that he was saying. The chops was happening, B. You know what I'm saying?
Every part of those records being created was predictable. Every part of it. I don't care what you say. Everything, every aspect of the production was predictable. All right? And the sad thing about it, it was slow and predictable. It was like you see it half a mile coming down. Like what?
I disagree. Okay. Go listen to Get Ready. Listen to how the way he chopped up Get Ready, B. He chopped up Get Ready. It's only chops. It's not no loop, B. It was chops on every word that Nas was saying on the joint. Then Nas come on the track, and Biggie just entered the soul, and Nas just start going crazy. Jesus. Queensbridge, come on, man. Go ahead.
Is there any part of those tracks, did it throw you off at all as far as the production? Like, yo, that's odd and strange, but so ill.
Yes. Get ready. Get ready. So, you started it off with Get Ready.
So when you first heard it, it was off to you.
No, what I'm saying is this, right? It was off because that's what they wanted it to be. They wanted it to be off.
No, it was off because you had, hold on. It was off because you had expectations based off of 30 years.
Yeah. But what I'm saying
is you gotta let what you think of people go. Listen, it's one thing when we talking about the business or something. I'm with you, Lex. I'm with you, Trap. You know how I feel about it. You know how I feel about going back to a good thing. But we also are talking about art. So maybe you're looking for Nas's like still. Maybe
I
you
kind of
still looking
disagree.
for New York State of Mind still, right? You're still looking for these records, and it's like maybe you needed to take your fucking shit off and say, let me allow them to express where they are at in 2026.
Now, only thing is, I kind of
Peter
disagree
principle. That's
with them
called the
when you
Peter
saying
principle.
you
Yeah.
saying that, right? I feel like this right now. Now I'm not saying toward this one right here though, but the way you say like that this person has accomplished so much that they're above critique, they're above like you should just accept anything to come out. That's why you'll end up having somebody that's an older person putting out some shit that everybody else is sitting back like, nah, I ain't got no. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You got to be able to tell a person, yo, nah, it ain't there. I'm not saying this project right here at all. I'm not saying that at all though. But I'm just saying that you got to come out. You know what I'm saying? If you're known for being a 30-point scorer, you can't come out there and fucking and drop 10 and we going to say, yo, you still had a good game, B.
Yeah, but it's
You know what I'm
different
saying?
because again, the only marks and scores truly that we can all universally agree on is sales. Everything else outside of that is subjective. So when you saying that, it's not about did they score 30 points before or now, right? We talking about, hey, do I enjoy this art that Premier and Nas presented to me in 2026?
Okay, I got
If you
you.
walk into it with the mentality that you're gonna get what you feel like you going, this ain't McDonald's. You didn't order this off a menu. You didn't, it's different. We can have an expectation for a Big Mac because it's called a Big Mac, right? And then they have already set a standard. So if you go to McDonald's and you get ketchup, it's like, hey, this ain't a Big Mac. This supposed to be special sauce. This is ketchup. This is not right. If you go to, Burger King and you get a Whopper with special sauce, cool, because that's what you ordered. But who the fuck are we to tell Nas and Premier artists this ain't the menu? You didn't order this up. You ain't go to a franchise restaurant. You know what I mean? You didn't go to a franchise restaurant and order this up. This is
Steve.
two of the greatest artists to ever come from this culture presenting some art. Now I'm with Teeth. Maybe you could get help to digest the attempt or what they were thinking making the art. That would help you digest the art. But outside of that, you be just judging records. And I know out of everybody in hip hop, y'all are not tripping off records. You niggas listen to a bunch of shit that don't have good records. Y'all listen to a nigga that got albums that don't have no good records and be telling me about the body of the work being digestible. So you have to allow them. And I agree with Teeth. It's cool. I do think that's something that Nas has been doing a better job helping you understand what the intentions of the artwork to help you digest it. But you also got to realize that that's the point. It is art you are digesting. So even if your expectations, like Lex is saying, even if your expectations are where they at, who the fuck are you to expect something from two of the greatest artists ever? Let them create the art. Let them give you help in digesting what they made and shut the fuck up. Either enjoy it or move on.
Steve, what else?
The last Spike Lee movie?
Yo.
Yeah, it's
listen, man. Going into this project, I had no expectations whatsoever. So I'm judging everything after the fact. Like I'm young. I wasn't around when Nas and Primo collabed. So even the conversations about them collabing, I wasn't a part of it all. So this is probably this the first go around between them I could actually judge because they're he pretty much 30 years in at this point. So initially I had the same reaction you did when I first heard it. The production sounds, slow. It sounds a little too stripped down. I had a lot of critique about the production, not necessarily the rapping style, because I feel like Nas hasn't necessarily lost a step rapping wise, but a lot of the complaints about the album really goes towards the production, and it kind of brings the rapping ability down because of the production, right? And we talk about someone who's an all-star, all-time producer. So I haven't really heard a great Primo beat in a long time, but that's obviously subjective. Like I just feel like whatever he was in the 90s, that's the peak of what Primo has been able to really put in terms of output, and everything else after that is just kind of like, I guess you'd say like a reiteration of whatever that was basically. So going into it, like I figured it was gonna sound like a specific time because that's what Nas does. Any album he drops, it kind of captures a specific moment or where he's from or just whatever specific part of his life he's currently in. This is kind of just, Nas is kind of like he's catching his second wind, so to speak. So I'm gonna give it another listen. I'm not gonna like I'm not like a harsh critic when it comes to, because as Trill said, like Nas is a very polarizing figure. A lot of people critically didn't necessarily like Streets of Cypher, right? But it's a critically acclaimed project, right? A lot of people didn't necessarily appreciate Nostradamus and I Am, but these are albums that have good songs, good to great songs, good production. It got hits. It sold really well, right? Even something like Hip Hop Is Dead or Untitled, they were received well, but the public reception may have not have been there to really bring the albums up. Even though Untitled's Grammy nominated, whatever, what have you. So I feel like this is another one where people are gonna go back in like a month or two and probably appreciate it more. It's just kind of, we in the moment right now, and people are fixated on the moment, and they judging everything fairly quickly. And I get it, but just, what I'm saying, let this shit dissolve for a second, man.
No,
I'm
but part
telling
of
you.
it is like when it comes to like a lot of times people want to have the first opinion because we listen to the first opinions. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think people judge music now because we don't get a physical product for the most part. Like back in the day, when I bought Nostradamus, I went to the store, I paid my $12. I got a CD. I got a physical thing that I could hold. And I had to find value in that physical thing. So someone that might listen to something one time or throw it away. No, I bought this CD. That was 12 of my dollars. I'm about to play this album again. I'm going to find value in this. But now when albums are just something you click on and it's just a screen, I can just go to Instagram and look at a pretty girl and double tap on that, go on Twitter, argue with a nigga, because we not treating albums like that. They're not actual physical things anymore. When you bought that cassette, you played that cassette, you flipped it over to the A side, the B side, and you tried to find value in this thing because you could actually hold it. You could quantify what you purchased. Today, it's just you clicking on something.
But to Shatif's point, that goes into the same thing of helping us digest the art.
Right.
Like it's guiding you. Like right now, as Steve was talking, I was listening, but I just played the first Nas song, right? The My Life Is Real with Premier.
Crazy.
The fact that y'all don't think that that's really good production scares me.
It was crazy.
Like the arrogant, the nerve of you niggas.
Crazy.
And forgive me for saying this because I get it. We all have access to equipment. But the nerve of you when I'm listening to this and y'all act like this is C-level. Who the fuck at C-level can do that?
That's crazy.
I'm an artist that lives at C-level. Like I've never made it to B. I've had a song or two at B level, but I've made it to B A level. That's gonna happen for me this year.
That's just a great on
Who the fuck could do that at C-level?
But Glass, you gotta listen to the entirety and the expectations. That's what we're speaking to more than anything else.
The fact that y'all think you got a motherfucking right to expect.
Yeah.
They made it for
You
us.
are a consumer.
Listen, we're not. Listen, the people that are digesting this album are no longer consumers. They are connoisseurs.
No, they're not.
Yes, most of
you would have to know enough about drums, pianos. You would have to know. You can't be a connoisseur without learning about the. It's like being a connoisseur of wine because you just drink wine. That doesn't make you a connoisseur. You would have to go to Italy, not you, Teeth. You would have to go to Italy and learn how wine is made. You have to learn about how they step it over grapes, how long they ferment them. Niggas ain't no connoisseur. The people talking about this record ain't connoisseurs.
Listen, the people that are calling it trash are the people that know what it takes to
Lex don't know shit about no fucking wine. How the fuck?
Lex know about about production, though. You know about production.
I'm not saying Lex don't know about. I'm telling you, he cannot make My Life Is Real The production on that's the first song.
I like
the way the piano goes, the way the music's like that is fucking great. Who the nerve of niggas?
Listen, we can't.
I got a bad feeling. I got a bad feeling. I'm gonna like this album, and I'm gonna be cussing y'all out for a long time.
The album's amazing.
Finally made something that is really fucking probably great, and I finally get it. And I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be mad at y'all.
First listen, you definitely gonna like it.
Shy, what you thought of the album, Shy?
Me personally, that's what I'm saying. I thought the album is slightly above average, and I'm saying that based on my expectations. And the above average portion is the creativeness that I'm able to digest within the project. But my expectation is telling me that I'm supposed to hear production, cohesiveness on the album way more grander. But it's more abstract than it is grand.
How would y'all judge this, like, off of first listen? Did you feel better about this album? Did you feel better about Magic 1? The first time you heard Magic 1, you knew it was special. The first time.
Off of first listen, off of King Disease, I knew the smokers. There was no cut in. There was no, I have to let it dawn on me. Let me listen again. I heard the smackers off the top. I hear the good records off the top on Nas. Just the good. Not no smackers and slappers, bro.
That's why I brought up Magic, though, because I feel like Magic was Hit Boy tapping into what we think a modern Premier would sound like. And to me, Magic is the best album that Nas has dropped this decade, in my personal opinion.
It's not better than this. It's not better than this album. It's not better than this album.
Magic is much better.
It's not better than this album, bro. So after my first listen, I had my feeling, but what I understood though was that I ain't understand it yet, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm not understanding what he's doing right now. He's doing something right now, B. And I said, I gotta step back for a minute and go listen to it again because he's doing something right now. And then when I stepped back and I realized this shit, I said, hold on. This man basically doing an autobiography right now, B, of hip hop, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing within the whole shit. So when you're doing something like that, it's not gonna be slappers and stuff like that. The cohesiveness of this album is all the way there, B. The man gave you a timeline of hip hop, bro.
Sound the same. That's not cohesion.
It ain't no beats sounding the same. The beats was completely different. Fucking get ready. Don't sound nothing like Welcome to the Underground. Welcome to the Underground don't sound nothing like New York State of Mind Part 3. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not wild. I'm not wild. I can appreciate the album. The only thing that got me close to wild is Writers. That's the only thing.
Writers
is fire. Yeah.
No, but
everything else, okay. Everything I'm like, okay. There's nothing making me like, oh my fucking god.
Nah. Once you understand what he did,
I didn't time a couple times. Like the way he was rapping, that pocket he was in, that was Illmatic Nas. That was 17-year-old Nas again. And that's 16.
And then he gave you 17-year-old Nas. When he did the Nas and Esco, he gave you three of his personalities in the shit though.
That record I appreciate.
That was crazy what he did. Crazy what he did on it, man.
Different voices and everything.
The concept was amazing. The production wasn't. It wasn't up to par.
Right.
It really was.
Lex got something to say.
Hold on. Which one got killed at the end, Trap?
He killed both of them. He killed Esco and Nancy Nas.
Huh?
Killed Esco and Nancy Nas for Nasir. For Nasir to live on.
Nasty killed Esco though, right? And then Nasir killed Nasty.
Yeah.
So
Lex.
So my perspective when it comes to production, I'm not on Premier's level. I consider him a master. You know what I mean? I respect him and I love Premier. I love Nas. But what I'm saying to you is this. What I expect, my expectation from Premier, every time I listen to not just an album, but a song, is that it was present, there's a past, he reflects on the past, and he's futuristic all at the same time. It's not as digestible. You know what I mean? It takes some time to understand all the characteristics that Premier presented to you. And then you have to know the origin of his story. You know what I mean? So then it's like this cat's coming from Texas. He had his own idea of production. He comes here, he goes to the grime of NYC, and he gets to learn how it's properly done. That's fucking magical to me. That's a fucking, like, he paid attention to every aspect of it and became the leader and feeding of this fucking black music. When I hear that bullshit that he put out, to me, it is lazy. Those are not primo drums. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Those are shitty ass loops, right? And you know, I'm gonna say it. It's fucking in the tap. It faded out like someone said, Nigel, yes, mom, and he had to turn it all the way down. It was off. Turn that shit over my house. And then the next song comes on.
No, explain to him again what you mean exactly by that right there.
It faded out. It faded out.
I never heard someone hate on a fade out.
It was like,
that is different.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my lady. That's my hunting girl. What the fuck is that?
So during this time again, I just played the second song.
The second song is crazy. Crazy.
The nerve of you niggas.
You hear the way that nigga, that's what I'm talking about when the shit was chopping up. He chopped the shit up so crazy.
Hello, my lady.
The nerve of you niggas, man.
Get ready to dope. I like that one.
Get ready.
The first two songs are dope.
Crazy. Every song is dope.
You feel like that's C-level production?
No, not at all.
Get ready.
It's cool.
B+.
It's cool.
My life is real.
It's amazing.
It's C-level production. Really?
It's amazing.
You might have to go back.
B+.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
New York State of Mind 3 is probably D. Probably a D.
Glasses. Respectfully, you my brother, man. I love you, man. You won't ever understand, bro. You won't understand how this music represents us. Just like you have characters.
Doesn't represent you anymore, Lex. These are two of the most iconic people to grace. It's not about you anymore, Lex. It's not about just Queens anymore.
It's always about me.
No, Lex. It's not just Lex.
It's about Shatif. It's about Trap. It's about Trill. It's about Steve. It's not the one person I don't think who shouldn't understand is you.
And that's the problem. That's why hence the problem.
No, wait a minute. It's
hence
not a problem.
The fucking problem.
No, listen, Trill. I mean, Glasses.
I bet you this sounds amazing in the car.
Glasses. Your man Kiki Low. Can we go there for a second?
Yeah. We about to go.
You put me on some Kiki Low songs. It's rich in culture. It's rich in information about that area that I can't relate to. There are keynotes within the trash productions, the lyrics, the mannerism, everything that's different that I won't pick up from first, second, third listen. But I can acknowledge that it's different.
Completely agree.
That's all I'm saying. There are things about our side that you won't get unless we explain it to you.
31 years, Lex. We're talking about Nas. Nas has been a millionaire since 1996. Why the fuck is he going to make a Queensbridge album in 2026?
He did though.
It's not he did, Trap.
I'm fine
he
with it not being a
Queensbridge.
It has to represent New York.
Hold on, Lex. Every triumph he has, he is a living representation. His experience is so much grander, and that's my fear, T. That's my fear, Lex. That's my fear, Trill. Why the fuck are you expecting Queensbridge in its infancy stage from a millionaire that's been a millionaire for 30 years?
He did it though, bro. He did it though.
When he opens up a casino, it's Queensbridge. When he does a deal with PayPal's Queensbridge, but you're not going to hear what you heard in Illmatic in 2026.
Bro,
You're not
I'm
going to
telling
hear
you,
what you heard in Life is Good in 2026, or It
I'm
Was Written,
telling
or
you.
I Am, or Nostradamus, or Hip Hop is Dead in 2026 from Nas and Premier.
I'm
How do we
telling
explain
you,
magic then?
Why not?
he understands that, bro.
He's
He
been a
understands that.
millionaire.
But still at the same time, bro, that man gave you that feeling, but a grown up. Be at
Why
51
are
years
you
old,
chasing
bro.
that feeling?
Bro, what you mean? That's him.
What's
It's
him?
him. It's him, bro. That's who he is. He
It's
didn't.
not
He didn't
about
step back.
him.
He
Listen,
didn't
listen,
step back.
listen, Trap. Listen, Trap. Nas can give you every version of himself. This is the version of him that's in his 50s after 30 years of multi-million-dollar success. 30 years of multi-million-dollar success. Multi-millions of dollars.
So
Global
what you saying? No,
impact.
hold on.
Just hear me, Trap. Just listen, Trap.
No. I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna get right back to you. So basically what you're saying is that he's not able to step back. He's not able to put those pants back on. You know what I'm saying, because he gotta take the jeans on, put some slacks on, because he done grew up right there. He can't come out with you know what I'm saying, like that. Basically, that's what you're saying, basically. Though.
Do you want him to move back into the projects and try to make Illmatic again? You don't think that's a bit selfish of you?
Bro,
hold up. You want them to go rent an apartment in Queensbridge right now. We're not gonna go nowhere. We're gonna not have no access to our money. We're gonna have an SP12. I think that would be cool too. We're gonna be up in this motherfucker. We have no access to our money, right? We're gonna rent this apartment. We're gonna have SP up in here. We're gonna get a mic up in here. We're gonna make this album. And then you document that. That's an attempt to capture something that they remember, but it still would be hard. Bro, like, the fact that y'all think somebody at a C level can do this is scary, because I've been in the business long enough to see C level.
Allow poor people to hold on to the icons, bro. You don't have the right to sit there and determine when poor people, which I'm a poor person. I'm a poor person.
But you ain't been poor in 30. You ain't been poor in 40 years.
I'm still poor. That's the foundation. That's the foundation of who I am. It will never go anywhere.
Lex, you're not the culture, Lex, that you experience in poverty is who you are. You are not poor. You are at the DoubleTree in the lobby eating cookies on a $2,000 phone. You're not that Lex no more, Lex. Listen, Lex, culturally, those rules you can carry with you. Teeth, you not that ghetto kid. You're wearing a hat that's $100, Teeth. That's a fucking ball cap. Trill, you're on the fucking phone. You in your own apartment. Steve, we're not the poor kids anymore, bro. Nas, for sure.
We are the poor kids.
No, we're not. We were the poor kids.
So stop attacking our icons. Leave us alone, rich man.
The expectation has elevated, man. Like, those sentiments now are supposed to be grander, more explosive. When we hear it sonically, I think the direction Nas went lyrically is cool. To me, some of the way he approached the rapping is a little whitewashed. The way it comes off for some.
What?
Yes,
Crazy.
I can appreciate.
This motherfucker been rich for 30
years. Listen. To me, Sons is a great record intent-wise. Execution, I want a different level. I want a different level.
Okay, can we just go to another topic?
I'm just telling you my opinion.
What's happening?
That's my opinion. I'm being honest.
But what I would say in closing is, I think part of the reason why people are harshly critiquing Light Years is because we saw how great Magic was. We saw a young producer from California tap into a traditional Nas sound, and it came out to be.
There is no traditional. Listen, shout out to Hit Boy. Hit Boy is my little brother.
Michael and Quincy. That
him emulating
that I needed.
Let him finish.
All the way through on this album. That is the oh my God that I needed to hear from Nas on this album.
Yeah, Michael and Quincy
and Thun are the two examples of the standard that I now have for Nas.
This is crazy, bro.
You got that, B. I got that. I'm trying to tell y'all.
We didn't get that.
This is crazy, B. This is crazy, B.
We might have got it,
bro. So you're saying Lil Bro, right? You're saying Lil Bro, who's emulating his idea of what Nas used to sound like, is better than the evolution of what Nas and Premier sound like today. And you don't understand what would be wrong with that?
No.
You don't understand what would be wrong with that. You don't understand how counterproductive and disrespectful that is to fucking hip hop, bro.
Yo. What's going on here, man?
Trapping glasses. Listen, man. The explosiveness of the sonic on the production, the explosiveness on the lyrics, and the way that he flows on those two records on King Disease is better to me than what I'm hearing on this album. Am I right or wrong, Trill? Do you feel that same sentiment, Trill?
That's a fact. That's 1,000% a fact.
So I'm not slow, bro. We know what we wanted to hear.
It's not.
Expected for this. We got on King Disease 3. I know that vibe of what we wanted. Michael and Quincy and Thun are the closer records that we needed, the type of records we needed to hear on this project.
Yo, bro, y'all got to go back to the album again, because what you're saying right now is completely, bro, I'm telling y'all right now, at the further review, this album is better than all three King Diseases and all three Magics.
It's not better than Magic.
Cool. It's better than all three King Diseases and all three Magics. I'm telling y'all right now.
It's not the same class as Magic 1.
I'm listening 4 times, and y'all making me start now when I go on mute to kind of listen to records like Glasses is doing right now for a 5th time.
Yeah, are you saying artistically?
I just said it. Yeah. The vocal explosiveness, the production explosiveness, in the way in the direction. Thun makes me feel like I'm in Queensbridge back then. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how him and Hit Boy did it, but they found that nasty Nas that we love to hear for that particular era, and how it's supposed to sound now. But
hey, bro, we need to stop this podcast.
I heard the first 20
seconds. The first 20 seconds of New York State of Mind.
Yo, bro, crazy. Crazy.
Bro, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Bro, y'all are just, bro.
That beat his
What
ass.
is wrong with y'all ears? What's wrong with your artistic merit?
I don't know, Trill, being disproven in real time. I don't know, bro.
I mean, listen.
I don't know.
I don't know what C-level producers can do that. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know. Trill, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? I know it's good now.
Nah, but a DJ Premier at C level might be the average person at A level.
That's better than the DJ Premier that you like.
Just like Jordan on the Wizards was probably 10th in scoring in the league. But we saw Jordan
this
at the Wizards.
This version of Premier is better than the Premier that you push to everybody.
No way. Nowhere near. That's not Moment of Truth Premier. That's not hard to earn Premier.
Oh man, I feel so bad for Primo.
Sunrise in the East Premier. That's not the group home album Premier.
The nerve of you niggas.
Glasses is a problem. Allow people to rise out of their poverty. Glasses, please. Listen, what we're talking about is about leaving us alone for you. Leaving us poor people alone might be a complex thing you won't understand. But allow us to deal with our systematic issues. You know what? When Nas talked about the culture, when Primo talked about the culture, it was depth to it. He painted the whole picture. You don't really listen to him anyway. So how dare you have an opinion on this?
You're missing the point.
No, wait a second.
Listen, you're missing the point.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Let me finish, Lex.
No, let me finish. Hold on. Now, because I said that to you, let me say this to you. Now I'm talking to the other side of your brain, all right, who understands the plight, period. Anywhere it goes, you can understand it. You're a thoughtful, intelligent man. You can understand. How come you just won't let us poor people on the east side just leave us alone? Because you know what's ill? Shatif gets it. He's in D.C. and South Carolina. He gets it. So there's a point that there's a side you must choose. Are you going to be with us and with the poor people, or do you want to be in your rich Malibu home or wherever you are in Beverly Hills, looking down on us?
Beverly Hills, please.
He's somewhere in California.
Not yet. I'm working on it. Listen,
Dark-skinned Lex from Queens.
You know why I'm not gonna let you have this, Lex? You know I'm not gonna let you have this, Teeth. You know I'm not gonna let
poor
you
people
have
happy.
this, Trill.
You don't want to see poor.
I'm gonna tell you
black people
why.
happy. Go ahead, why?
I'm gonna tell you why. Cause y'all did the same thing to It Was Written. Y'all get so mad that he makes something for all of us.
No, that
No. Hold on.
Let him finish.
Hold on.
Let him
Let him
finish.
Okay.
That's
I
the
can't say it like
problem,
I can't
Lex.
say it like
You
Lex. I
can't
can't
just
say it like
hog
that.
Nas. He's all of ours now, Lex. Premier's all of ours now. I get it. There was a time they were just y'all's. I heard Illmatic. I was like, oh, this them New York nigga shit right here. This is not for me.
See?
And listen, you know what I did? I've never called Illmatic whack. Even before I understood it, I was like, oh, this ain't for me. This is for them. This is for them. We got albums like that that's just for us. Right?
Yeah.
I always tell y'all the shadiest one is our Illmatic. Y'all kind of don't look at it that way, but it's something that you may not understand. The Chronic was for all of us. Doggy Style was for all of us. Life After Death was for all of us. But you have those records that are just for you and your culture. There is no way that is crossing a bridge. This is different. I heard the Billy Joel sample into the New York State of Mind and how he took that sample and built into that. And you think a C-level nigga could do that?
It's cool.
It's cool. It's crazy.
No, it's only cool if you're chasing the shit you liked from them. They are no longer just those little bitty people representing this few people. They carry the burden of all of us now. And they should be making music that fit all of us. They should. Now, look, I get the criticism that Missionary got.
Mm-hmm.
I totally understand it. Shout out to Dog and Dre. I get the criticism.
So how you don't get this?
I'm telling you because I didn't critique it. Because I actually understood Snoop and Dr. fucking Dre are no longer this motherfucking poor kid from Long Beach and this nigga from Compton.
So you cool with the conclusion that it's not that Missionary was not that.
Why the fuck would I get the conclusion from some niggas doing a Super Bowl 30 years later, 35 years later? Why? Why? Why would I get a conclusion to something 30 fucking years ago in 2020 fucking 25? Why the fuck would I get? Why would I even get a remnant teeth like a kibble? Why the fuck would I get a kibble of 1992 and 1993 Dr. Dre and Snoop when 1992 Dr. Dre made him a millionaire and 1993 Snoop Dogg made him a millionaire? And they have been one has been a billionaire for 10 to 12 years. What in the fuck kind of street urban culture is going to be carried from then to there? Them motherfuckers been around white people at this point as much in their life as they've been around black people.
So you have to be comfortable with the results. That's all I'm saying. When you come to the conclusion.
So how could you not be? So again, that's why I said in my initial statement of art, Teeth. Yeah, that's why I said in my initial statement.
And that's what I said. I can agree with that.
All you can demand, Lex, Teeth, is more understanding in creation. The nerve of you to question the technique, the style, what they're doing, and then to demean it and say this was nothing. I can tell you, listening to that shit right there, 3 songs, 2.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Yo, somebody else.
That nigga put in to get control of his sounds. He has never in his life had that much control over the instruments that he's using. He's never had as much sonic. I can tell you in the first 2 and a 10th listen that he has more control over the music than ever before in his career. And Lex is saying like it was nothing. Like he just rushed through. You can't rush through that and do that.
Who you said Premier has that, right?
Premier. He's never had as much control over the sonics as the first 2 and a 10th listen to this project.
Okay, so maybe that might be what I hear is his uncomfortability with having that much control.
It's
Maybe
not
that's
the
what I hear.
uncomfortability. Teef, I'm telling you what you hear because shout out to Lex. He makes a great point. I'm not a Nas fan. I think Nas is one of the greatest hip hop artists, one of the 10 greatest hip hop artists ever. His career is one of the greatest 10. And I can understand when people argue he's one of the 3 and number 1. But I'm going to tell you something. Even the producer that Premier is, right? As revered, that's probably the greatest producer ever to come out of hip hop in New York, right? That's an argument people make for him. It's not you're not comfortable with him controlling the sonics. What you're not comfortable with him is having that much control. You're used to hearing samples where he's not over controlling everything. When it's part of where you got to balance the sonics, you got to balance it to make it work because you're working with a sample. Some of that shit is played. That's the real thing. Like that second song, that bass, you're not used to that in the Premier song.
Crazy.
So you're looking at the evolution of somebody taking their art to the final level, and you're mad that they're not playing like this the first 2-3 years, like how people say in the reference of athletes in basketball, and it's like he's not playing like Ja Morant. You're like, oh, he's not, man, he used to take off from the free throw line and dunk the ball. No. You know what he can do now? He pulls up to the free throw line, Teeth, drop you off, whop. I'm not going there. I don't need to just dunk the ball. And I get it, Teeth, Trill, Lex. Y'all fell in love with the Premier that used to just run through the lane. He didn't care if he was kind of traveling and dunking. He used to be pumped up like, oh my God, look at that dunk. You hear that Gangstar album? Look at that dunk.
So Glasses, that was the point. That listen. That type of performance was the expectation for us to hear 30 years later. And the realization is that we're not going to get that, right? But at least get close to that. And he didn't get as close as we expected, bro.
That is not the best version of him. Why the fuck is he chasing that bullshit with your immature ears? When he's chasing Quincy fucking Jones. He's not chasing it's different. Shout out to Lil Bro, because that's my Lil Bro. Lil Bro is chasing that. He is chasing that shit.
Fact.
Premier is chasing Quincy Jones. He's chasing the final mastery of his. Listen, I'm telling you off the 2 and the 10th songs. He's chasing final mastery of his craft. And you arrogant assholes are so busy looking for Nas's like. You're so busy looking for New York State of mind.
Yeah, the hip hop.
That's your problem. And you did the same thing.
Hold on.
Let him finish.
Go ahead, Shatif.
Let him finish.
Let him finish.
Hip hop snob.
And you did the same thing when it was written. You
keep saying that. You keep saying that, bro.
Because I'm telling you the truth, Trap. This ain't my first time hearing this.
Y'all said it a long time ago. New York said it a long time ago, and I respect it when it was created. To me, somebody like Outkast is somebody that expands and continues that did that. I don't get that with that. The son, it's cool. It's just cool, bro. I'm not like Lex calling it trash because I am appreciating the creativity. I am appreciating the lyricism. I am appreciating the direction of the vintage 90 feel that they're trying to do. But it's not that though, bro. Like you gotta be.
Wait,
you have the let God sort them out this year, bro.
Wait, Sean, wait a second. Wait. It's not trash. If I did say that, but if it was like if it was Kev and Mark and there was like this is the album, I'm like, this is fucking dope. This is not dope for Nas and fucking Primo. It's
beyond dope.
It's
just cool.
It's just okay.
It's just cool.
Beyond dope. No. I'm telling
you know
y'all,
what? Hold on. It's very safe.
No, it's not safe.
It's very safe to get more people. It's not, you know what? Premier. Listen. When Gangstar dropped albums, I didn't like the first album. I didn't like it. But when I realized that he understood New York, Primo spoke for me. Like he spoke for me. What I'm saying to you right now, with this,
hey, bro. If you I just listened to the first verse.
Which one?
Hey, bro. First verse and first hook, bro. If you don't change your opinion, I'll never listen to your opinion on music again.
What song, bro?
New York State of Mind, first verse and first hook.
Yeah,
if you don't change your opinion, I'll never listen to your opinion on music again. Never again.
Bro.
Bruh, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
Crazy. Listen to the album.
I'm about to go crazy.
Crazy.
You don't think you could do that?
Yeah, this is hilarious.
Lex, you bad. I heard some of your shit. You dope. You can't do that.
I could do that.
No fucking way.
Everything on that album I can do. And that's what's disappointing. That's what hurts. Like, yo, you can sit there and get all animated you want. My heart is broken, man, from this album.
My heart is broken. It's crazy.
My heart is broken.
You better fix it. You know, I'm never going to listen to your opinion of music again. You're going to be relegated to the film section of my OGs when it comes to giving advice if you don't fix your fucking opinion on this fucking record. If you don't fix your fucking opinion on this record, you're going to be relegated to the film section of council. I'm never going to put you back into the music section of council.
Because maybe I'm not doing a good job of articulating how I see it. It's a good album. It's a solid album. But you know what? When you wait this long, see, you just talking about this. Me and Shatif have been talking about this for decades. All right? See, that's the difference there, cuz we've been waiting there for decades for this.
That was your best cuz.
He said it right. He said it right.
That was your best cuz.
You heard it right. You heard it right.
That was your best.
That was the best one. That was the best one you ever did.
That was your best one. Bro, I really thought I was talking to Plug or Shady or Moon or Tone or somebody.
You did it right that time.
That was your best cuz. The passion in you. That's it. But yeah, you tripping, bruh. You are, and I get it. I totally understand. You, Teeth, and Lex, y'all have been waiting on this since New York State of Mind. And you couldn't wait till you got that New York State of Mind again. You was like, grow up.
26 years ago.
Hold on, wait. Trap is 45, right? 44.
45.
45. Shatif is around 46, something like that, right?
No, I'm 48.
48.
Yeah.
Bottom line, we old niggas. We some old niggas over there.
So you know what? I was wrong. It wasn't just me and Shot. It was also Trap that was waiting for this project. Either he knew about it or his brothers were telling him, we've been waiting for this for more than 20 years, bruh. You can't give me some.
They've been saying 30 years. They've been saying 30 years online.
So let me tell you the problem. So let me tell you the problem as somebody not waiting on anything. Let me give you the opinion of somebody with no expectations and just going to listen to Nas and Premier make an album. It's outstanding. This is amazing, cool songs in a verse and a hook.
It's amazing.
The production, the MC, I can tell you for sure the production inspired the MCing, so it can't be one without the other. That's for sure. Them lyrics was not in traditional non-standard. Them lyrics wasn't written before the music happened. That inspired that.
Okay, I get you on that. But I think the Premier did so much.
Like I've heard a lot of Nas stuff that come in with a notebook. He was ready. He put to this beat. No. That he wrote that to that.
Yeah, he definitely
wrote that to that.
But I think it was
almost mad Trap that he was talking over the fucking hook when he was naming the team. He was like, "Hey, I don't need to hear this."
Shit was crazy, man.
Hey,
shit was amazing.
And I get it. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to every Nas. Listen. Gatekeepers, family, everybody who listens to what we do, I totally understand it if you're an Illmatic baby. If Illmatic was your introduction to hip-hop, if you are a New York, like, if that's how you heard hip-hop, you like, gee, this is not Illmatic. It's not.
Yeah, and I didn't expect the Illmatic.
But why the fuck do you think you're going to get Illmatic from a nigga that's been a millionaire for 30 years?
We didn't expect
Premier.
We didn't expect
No. But you know what's so crazy? What I had to realize though too, right? So I realized what it was. So when I opened up the room before we listened to the album, right? I used the word that I don't never use when it comes to like judging album. I said, "Yo, man, it's a possible chance this could be an instant classic." I said that shit, and I don't. Trill, you know, I don't never say that shit, B. That's what my expectations was at, B. So when I first heard it, and I feel like that at that moment, I didn't feel like I'm like, that's when I felt like I'm like, yo, man, nah, I gotta. But I knew that I think every time I heard a great album like that, it don't really just hit me right then. You know what I'm saying? I gotta sit with the album and understand it. And I knew that Nas did something that I had to sit back and understand, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I understood what he was doing with it.
I think Teeth is right, and this is something that, because I saw so much dialogue about this album, and forgive me, I don't mean to dominate our conversation, but as somebody that is not a part of that.
No, stop letting you finish.
I think, huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm saying, I don't want to, because it's.
No, go ahead, bro. Cook.
And hip hop means a lot to me. It really saved my life. I'm not joking. This ain't content.
Take the wheel, bro. Take the wheel.
Right? This ain't content. Hear something that good and to be slandered it just sounds crazy. It sounds ridiculous. Like the fact that people feel like, and I get what Teeth is saying, maybe there does need to be pieces and content and ideas to help you digest intention. But knowing records, as somebody who's went back and studied records for over 100 years, from the inception of black records, from the first black record with Mamie Smith in 1920, if that is not good to you, your fucking ears are fucked up. But I get how it could not be good to you if you're expecting Nas is like, if you're expecting New York State of Mind, if you're expecting their collabs from the first 10 years of them being in the business together.
But that's the thing, Glasses. I am saying this is good to me. I expect it great.
No, that's my point to you, T.
It's
probably
no, it's better than good, bro. It's amazing, dude.
Like what I've heard so far, it's better than good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No,
dude.
That's what I'm saying about the C+, bro, or the above C level. It's a little bit better than good. It's a little bit.
No,
better.
It's actually an A album.
I can't do that.
I mean, I can't say album. Forgive me. I haven't listened. I gotta listen to the whole thing.
Hold on. In order for it to be an A album to me, you have to bring me in this world, and that's what I was saying about everything else to come with it. Now, and I'm saying this in the sense of comparison to a fucking let God sort them out, right? Like that is the bar now. Those are rappers that have been gone for how long? How long, Trill?
15 years. 15 years.
But I'll be honest with you.
16.
The second song and the first verse and hook of this third song is better than the second and third first hook of that album. Now, hold on. Now, the first song, that was a high bar. That first song was crazy. That Birds Don't Sing, that.
It ain't better than the first song on this album. It ain't better than the first song on this album.
It ain't a Birds Don't Sing on this album. It's not a Birds.
It may be better than the first song on this album.
Because the sentimental moment of it?
There's a
couple combinations.
It's not a FICO one.
I can understand why people are saying that's because that song that actually might be one of the great. That might actually be the greatest Clips record ever. Like outside of grinding. Like don't get me wrong. Like, are you? Wait a minute. Are you tripping that I'm saying Birds Don't Sing is probably a top 5 Clip song? That's crazy to you?
You said the greatest. You ain't say the top 5.
It's running in one of those conversations. Probably it's that good.
I could agree with that. Top 5.
I mean, unless something wrong with my ears and I just forgot about records over the last 100 fucking years that I've been studying them. Birds Don't Sing is one of the greatest Clip records ever. It's fucking dynamic. It's probably by far their most unique record. It's by far one of their most like records where they tap into things that they've been through. It endears you to them as creators. It's a fantastic record. It's one of the best records I heard in about 5 years. Out of the last 5 years, that's probably within the 20 best records I heard.
I would
20 best records that I heard.
It's probably
so I'm saying,
it's a top 10 record. I don't know about top 5.
Yeah,
I'm saying, at least from the Clips records that I heard. Yeah, I never heard a Pusha T song better than that.
You guys consider like Hello New World, Keys Open Doors, Nightmares.
Keys Open Doors, yes.
Hello
New World, no.
It's better than Nightmares?
Hello New World, no. Keys Open Door, yes.
It's not better than Nightmares to me.
It ain't better than Nightmares either.
I think Nightmares is better.
Okay, maybe not better than Nightmares. 2. Grinding 3.
Keys Open Doors?
That's 3.
What about Hello New World?
No. It's better than that.
I'm taking Hello New World over that.
What about Virginia? What about Virginia? What about Virginia? What about Virginia?
It's better than Virginia.
Oh, God.
It's better than Virginia.
We miss you, Shampoo. We miss you, Shampoo.
Sing is better than Virginia.
And your grams, too. Come on, bro.
Birds Don't Sing is better than Virginia.
I don't know about
Birds Don't Sing is unbelievable as a record.
It's unbelievable, but Virginia
sentimental. It's sentimental.
It's not just sentimental. It's the production of it. It's the way they approach
Stevie.
it. Not just the sentimental.
Hold on, before you go too far down this rabbit hole. So you're telling me the first 4 or 5 records on this album is better than what I've heard on the Clips album?
That's not
4 or 5 records.
Remember, I can't have these
I'm just
conversations.
asking you, is that what you're saying?
You said the first
Birds
3.
don't
Yes.
sing. Birds don't sing is better than this first song, but this first song is really
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So I'm not going to argue that.
You didn't hear what he said? Hold on. Did you hear what he said in that first song?
Yeah,
he said
Birds
he
don't sing.
named everybody. He named everybody on Mass Appeal, and he said, "What he said?"
I think that's dope. I think it's personal, but
I'm with Giants. I'm with Giants on the jet. I feel like Bill Parcells.
Listen, Birds don't sing. Birds don't sing is better than this first record. Right? I agree. Birds don't sing is probably could win a Grammy this year.
And so you telling
that
me
great record.
What's the second record?
And Birds don't sing is the fourth too.
Get ready. Get ready.
When
he stepped in.
Hold on.
When he stepped in. When he put big shoes on. He put big shoes on for the first 5 bars.
Okay. So you telling me
Longer
Get
than
Ready is better than Chains and Whips?
Crazy.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna bust that right down. Yes.
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 It might be.
Yes.
It's close.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Give me shout out to the homies. Shout out to the homies. Shout out to my nigga. That record overrated. Let me stop y'all with that silly shit right now.
I agree with that.
Chains and Whips is overrated. It's a decent song.
We probably just heard it too much before the full joint came out. We heard this.
It's not just that. Like that didn't meet the expectations of that fucking thing. That didn't meet the expectations of what people thought of that connection.
They could have did
It's
way
a
more.
good song. They MCing their ass off. It's a dope ideas put together. The second song on this Nas record, Get Ready, is fantastic.
Get ready is crazy.
It's not better than Chains and Whips, y'all.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I love Nas, but it's not, bro.
Jesus.
It's at least
Came
on
from
the same
Queensbridge.
And you asking me about the POV record with Tyler. The first verse in the hook of New York State of Mind Part 3 is better than that song.
What's number 3 on the Clips album? That's the joint with
POV with
right?
Tyler.
POV.
Like I think we're singing the praises of well executed ideas with really good records.
I'm taking POV over New York State of Mind 3.
I'm going New York State of Mind Part 3.
No.
And that's one verse and one hook in.
And you know what? When they talk about the production, right? So instead of him going and using that same sample again,
I'm not even gonna do that.
Hold on, bro.
Shit out his
he
ass.
brought some new dark keys to the shit, B. He found new dark keys, B. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of that shit's crazy.
Didn't like it.
You know what's funny?
Hated
This is
it.
going to be right now. I gotta keep listening because shit don't make it to the car. I'll be honest, it don't make it to the flash drive in the car. Only the best shit make it to the flash drive in the car. The last 2 albums that made it to the flash drive in the car is The Force by LL Cool J
and GNX.
And GNX. That's the last 2 albums. 2 songs and 1 verse and 1 hook in. This might be the second Nas album that makes it to the car.
The second one? What was the other one? Life is Good?
Life is Good. Stillmatic. I owe Stillmatic. I just got to buy Stillmatic and bring it to the car. Stillmatic deserves to be in the car. This one might make it to the car.
It's gonna make it, B. I'm telling you.
You gotta play KD3 in the car.
And you gonna wanna. And the thing about it is this though too, right? It's a press play. It's a press play, B.
Jamming, bro.
You ain't
This is
no
like some of the best. This is some of the best Premier production I've ever heard.
Yes, bro.
Because you don't listen to him.
It's actually some of the worst I've ever.
No, the funny part is when you say you don't listen to him, you cannot be. You cannot be in black music of my age and not listen to Premier.
This is some of the worst Premier production ever.
You're crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
y'all are horrible. Y'all are you don't understand. Forgive me. You don't understand production.
No, y'all letting Cache get y'all.
They have no cachet with me, Teeth.
They do.
They have cachet with y'all.
Yes, they do. But you know why? Because you just said these guys 30 years. How dare we? Da 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 da.
That's not cachet, Teeth. That's not because That's not because I've enjoyed it. That's not because I've enjoyed it. I didn't do. Hold on. I didn't do this for Dog and Dre. I didn't do this for Dog and Dre.
The album was no good.
Listen, the first 3 songs with Dog and Dre Trap.
He wasn't. No.
They have earned the cachet to where I have no business.
This is better than that. This is better than that.
The first two verses and the first, yes,
much better.
Yes, it's more soul on it.
Yeah, missionary went commercial, man. That shit went commercial after a while, man.
The trap, how could it not?
No,
how could it not?
All right,
how could Dr. Dre not be this commercial? What the fuck? Where?
No,
couldn't even be in Compton.
So how important is staying true to you?
Staying true to your authentic self at those moments. Speaking for the culture that you are at in those moments. Where are you today? Staying true ain't him rapping some shit he made up for Millmatic, talking about what he think is happening in the hood. He don't know.
But he can rap about his experiences from the hood, just like a memoir. Like people rap.
Bro, how much more you want? Bro, I'm cool on it, bro. I heard it enough. I am looking for growth in hip hop, or I am looking for authentic takes of where your journey take you as a Queensbridge nigga, right? With success, what does it look like for you? Where's your focus at culturally today? Not about you rapping about what's happening in Queens. Nigga, he don't know what's happening in Queensbridge every day. I don't know what's happening in Watson Compton, and I'm a fucking Crip, and I still don't know.
But that's not the reason you make an album with DJ Premier to rap about the current shit. We wanted that. That's why he worked with someone he worked with on his first album. He worked with Premier
and Nas because it's Premier and Nas. They're two first ballot Hall of Famers. They're two top 10 all-time greats in their specific field. And so no, he's not looking to recapture his magic of when he was poor in Queensbridge.
They didn't see their bar.
So like I said after I heard it, after I got my final decision on the joint, bro, this man wasn't trying to sound like that. He was sounding like a grown man, B, a 52-year-old grown man. This is where I'm at now, B.
What was
Open up casinos.
Premier is making productions. Premier is making production and using resources better. He's not acting like the same nigga with just his SP1200 and a couple records.
He's doing less with more, and we don't appreciate.
No, he's doing more with more. No. He used to do more with less.
Yeah,
now he's doing more. Now he's doing more with more.
He's not doing more. He's doing less, and he has more. He's doing less.
When you're saying he's not doing more, just the sheer dynamics of the first three productions are better than the first, like any production I've heard dynamically. Now, again, if we're talking about capturing the essence of, like, because remember, hip hop is all about, like, that's why Lex is really harsh, right? This is the second episode of Gatekeepers. So you heard how hard Lex was on Larry Smith, or how hard he was on Sylvia Robinson, how hard he was on Rick Rubin, how hard he was on the forefathers of hip hop when it comes to production, and how he started to rise Marley up because Marley was the guy doing more with less, right? Here's a simple drum machine. I don't have a band to come in and replay. I'm not Larry Smith. I can't play all the equipment. So I have to take this part of this record, this part of this record, this part of this record. I totally get why you fell in love with it. It's the same reason we fell in love with lowriders. Hell, if we could afford new Benzes, lowriders probably wouldn't have the same value. Right? If we can go down there and just go get a Benz from the lot, a 500 or a Ferrari, maybe there's no lowrider culture if people from the hood can go get a new Cadillac and all this new shit. But we fall in love when somebody could take less and make something special. And that's why I understand why he credits Maul, right? And why we love lowriders and why we love Dickies and why y'all love Timbs. And because you can love Bally's or you can love Louis Vuittons. But no, it's like when we could take a fucking construction boot, right? We could style them with the laces, right? And make them something fresh. So I get what we fell in love with when we got into this thing, right? Into digesting art of our culture. I get it. But you also got to understand, just like us, right? We've ascended to places to where Lex is in the lobby of a DoubleTree eating the delicious cookies from the DoubleTree, where you're not at work and you're able to sit down and have a conversation, where Teeth is at Art Basel throwing kind of fantastic events from media that existed 50 years ago. And Steve he could text on the phone and mute people and tell them shut the fuck up while he's doing his thing. And Trap could be at his mom's house babysitting, not working, I would imagine Nas and Premier's life is not quite the same as it was 30 years ago. I would imagine he would have access to more equipment, more better players. He could take his same technique and define it. And what you guys are saying to me is you're upset that he's taking his actual technique and defining it. He's saying, you know what? Instead of using just the bass sample, I'm going to have somebody play the bass. And you're upset. How dare you have a bass player come in and you control the bass? How dare you focus on the sonics and you actually make everything sound balanced? How dare you? Hey, we like you when the samples were distorted and the drums stood out front. And that was it. And you got the melody faintly, but you heard the drums and all of this stuff. And yeah, I bet you did like it. You know what else we liked? We liked chitlins at one time too. You know what else we like? At one time, we used to like the feet of pigs at one time. You know what else we used to like? We used to season our grits with salt and pepper. You know what else we used to like, T? We used to like, I could just run down a list. We used to like greens. This leafy substance that took 3 hours of vegetable took hours and hours and hours to make tenders. And we still enjoy it when we get it right now. But guess what the fuck none of us doing? Eating greens every day now. So it's okay if Premier says, I don't want to use the sample of that bass. I like that melody. Hey, you come in and play this. I'm going to control it. Hey, I like these keys, but instead of being stuck with the sample from the record, hey, play these keys. Let me have ultimate control of these keys. That's the first 2 songs and 1 verse in. I could tell you exactly what he's doing. And the nerve of you niggas to feel like you can be mad when you're not eating the same shit you was eating 30 years ago. We used to all love McDonald's. All of us. There was that one time we used to eat McDonald's, be like, man, this is the greatest. Nigga, we wouldn't be caught dead there right now. We'd be embarrassed to call. If I caught you at McDonald's,
still love Kool-Aid, though.
If I caught you at McDonald's, especially with your intellect, if I caught you at McDonald's, you would tuck your head.
Yeah, you're not gonna catch me.
But you want these niggas to keep making McDonald's in the studio.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Glasses.
You want these niggas to keep making pig feet in the studio.
No, nigga.
You want these niggas to keep taking the intestines of a pig in the studio. Don't access the fact that now you have access to the steaks of the ham. Don't access now that you don't have to use the tail of the ox of the cow anymore, and you have the ribeye. You have the tomahawk. Don't do that.
All right, man. Come on, man. You're making me hungry right now, man.
How dare you, DJ Premier, who's been a millionaire for over 20 years, or how dare you, Nas, who's been a millionaire for 30 years, elevate your craft and do something fresh and new for us.
They don't want to cleanse their
you
palate.
are as this rich Queensbridge nigga today. That is
man.
dedicated to the how dare us.
What it should have been, though, you should have cleaned your palate, you know what I'm saying, before you know what I'm saying, went to go get this old, you know what I'm saying, this old dirt right here, though, B. That's what it was
exactly.
right there.
And that's the problem. What I can advise you, fellas, on the second episode of the Gatekeepers Podcast, clean your palate, bro.
Clean your palate.
Let that history
what
go.
What do we clean our palate with? Because I can't clean it with classic.
Listen, it's like when you smell cologne, right? What do they give you, like coffee? When they want you to smell a new scent?
Opposite. So you're telling me
coffee grounds.
My Nas DJ Premier palate.
What they give you, like coffee grounds? They be like, here, smell this before you smell this new scent.
So I gotta play Travis Scott to appreciate this new Nas.
It may need to be something way crazy than Travis Scott. You may need to go play the new Soulja Boy album.
So I gotta hear something.
Go play the new Soulja Boy album. That'll wake you up. Go play the new Soulja Boy.
But
go play the new. What's homie who got the number one record right now that just knocked down Mariah Carey? The Shiesty, the mask dude.
Pooh Shiesty.
Go play that. Go play that 21.
Hold on. Pooh Shiesty the number one record right now.
Now.
Why can't I play Illmatic? Why can't I play Streets to
Don't do it. Stop.
Because you're gonna want that. You're gonna
crave pig feet again. Because you're gonna crave pig feet. You're gonna crave Jamaican patties again. That's why. Clean your palate, brother. Shout out to every fan of Nas and shout out to every fan of Nas and Premier. I get it, brother. If you're hearing this podcast, I love you. I totally understand it because I'm Snoop and Dre. That's my Illmatic and Premier. Snoop and Dre. That's my Illmatic. That's my Nas and Premier. Doggy Style and Crime.
Why do I gotta play something worse to cleanse my palate?
No. You
need to play something. It's not worse. You need to get rid of your desire.
You can cleanse your palate.
Clean your shit. And remember that this is art you digesting. So you can smell the new cologne that they cooked up for you. Stop chasing that cool water. Stop chasing that cool water. This might be Tom Ford, but if you look and smell cool water, you're like, it's cool water. It's not.
But that's what the album is. The album is Ralph Safari.
Go play Mims.
Mims?
Yeah.
No,
Mims
just
albums be
play
aight, though. Mims albums be aight, though. I like
Go play something that's bold and strong that will clean your palate completely. That will destroy your audio palette of whatever you think you're supposed to hear. Go play the new Soulja Boy tape. I played it the other day, and just go play that and just listen to the whole thing and run through it, and then come back and listen to.
All right, man.
Nas.
Listen, man. We gave our review right now upon the Light Years, man. I think we need to go back and listen to it again, though. You know what I'm saying? Steve, what we doing, Steve, man? What's up, bro? What you want to do, man?
I think we need to wrap it up with this one.
Wrap it up with this one?
Yeah. Because this shit, I cannot believe some fucking Crip nigga from the West Coast.
This what Nas do, man. This what Nas do.
He does it every time.
Every single time.
Polarized.
30 years.
You
literally
do.
It's a fact.
I've never thought of Nas as this polarizing artist, and he really is.
Yeah, never thought. Yo, bro, we out. Listen, man, this gatekeepers right. Never thought of Nas being a polarizing artist. It's crazy.
I just didn't.
Yo,
Tupac would have been polarizing in my mind.
Gatekeepers, man, we out, man. Anybody want to say anything before we close out, though, y'all? Y'all got it.
Salute everybody.
The greatest, man.
We still
head
love
over
Nas,
to the
man.
Crip store. www.thecripstore.com. Grab that new vinyl, cancel these nuts, get you a taste of some real motherfucking hip hop in your life, fresh from the soil with that type of attitude that these niggas is talking about. That I don't give a fuck how you feel because I don't got tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah, we're gonna review that album though too. We're gonna review that album.
Need to. That's what I'm saying because I need to hear y'all review on this level.
Record for record, right? Record for record.
Maybe I have a chance to have an album better than Nas at this point.
That's a fact.
Maybe y'all be like, this is better than Nas' album. So you can see how ridiculous this shit sounds.
I think Cuz might say that right there. I think Lex might say that for real, the way he feel about the album.
So you can stop saying so you can see how ridiculous this sounds right now. You need to destroy your audio palette. Remove your expectations.
What's up?
Go ahead, OG.
I know we shutting it down. I need to say this. I went through this experience with Stevie Wonder. After 5-6 beautiful albums that I could relate to and understand, when he started messing with the synth, he started changing. He was managing all the instruments, but it was still the same sensibility. He didn't take off on his writing. He was trying different things with the sound. I went through the same thing with Earth, Wind, and Fire. You know what I mean? The band did everything, but now we're going to use synths, and it's just going to come in a little different, but it's the same sensibility. You're expecting me, because now Premier's not using the SP1200. He's using some machine, or he's using some new, I don't know, gear.
Or he's using the SP1200.
Well, whatever he's putting it through was like I can't expect the same, but futuristic.
Futuristic.
Are you telling me the production is futuristic? Trap as a producer. Wait, Glasses, you produce too.
Yeah,
that's futuristic to you.
Yes,
it's an evolution.
It's an evolution of
Premier. Plastic though.
You mean like modern?
Yeah,
you
modern.
say futuristic.
What's funny is to me, what's funny is Premier is going before hip hop. He's taking the same technique and allowing more control over sounds. I've never heard Premier have this much dynamic as far as melody.
Oh wow!
And this is somebody who I'm not a fan, and this is why I'm not a fan. I'm not a hardcore fan of Premier.
Let him understand what you mean when you say not a fan. You are.
I feel like he leans too hard on the drums. This is where now, like, bro, like the first song, the keys are like built. I'm like,
told
this
you,
is nice.
I told you, crazy, man.
These keys are, even when I'm listening to the New York
second
Times,
song
the
too.
first, I was like, hey, man,
Keys
this
was
is some
dark.
good quality sonics right here.
Dark. Yeah, man, we out, y'all, man. You want to see? We can do a part 2 on it, though, man. Lex, you done?
I'm done.
Peace.
We out.
Easy.
1-1.